we're recording. Fiji MMA geek. Not much of a geek though because the girls love me. We got my boy Mike Rodriguez over here, chilling. Just got done with the PI, put in that work. How's training going and everything?
It's going good, man. Real good.
Yeah, coming off a hellacious knockout. I saw that live. I was on the edge of my seat. Oh my gosh, that was a Muay Thai clinch from the depths of hell. That was disgusting. It was beautiful though. I loved it. I didn't know you had those weapons in your repertoire. So to jump in, coming off of a knockout like that, do you have, being a knuckle sandwich machine that you are, do you have a favorite knockout artist like Mirko Cro Cop or a Melvin Manhoef for someone? A starch machine.
Actually, I do. I would probably say right now, he's not in the UFC. He fight for one. He's a Muay Thai fighter in one.
What's his name?
Jonathan Hagerly.
Ooh, never heard of him. I'll give him a look up after this, though. I'm not as familiar with one.
Savage.
Yeah, there's a lot of nasty strikers in there over at one. I mean, it's disgusting. I don't know if they're in the loose juice, but they might be. So has tucking people's consciousnesses into bed at night always been a hobby of yours? Because I saw in the Ear to Canvas interview that you had to sleep some poor soul in high school, and then some teacher was like, "Yo, I see you got heat in those hands. You should go, put it in the sport."
Yeah. It's always been not a hobby, but it's always something that needed to be done if it needs to be done.
Right. I mean, I would imagine you're a big guy. I feel like that would get you into a lot of scuffles. You don't seem like a jerk or anything, but like I feel like people would just look at you and they take that as an intimidation tactic and be like, they'd check you and whatnot. That never got you into trouble back in the day?
No, I did. It did, especially like growing up. So I grew up in Dorchester, and it's like it's a rough part of Boston, and I didn't fit into the crowds there at all. Like, I skateboarded and listened to post-hardcore music while everybody else was like slinging rocks and slinging guns and shit. So I didn't fit in. So people always try to like I guess you would try to say pick on me, and I was just like, fuck that, I ain't having that.
Yeah, so. No sir. Good thing now you put it to use. You call that experience, bring it into the cage. So I see that you're exclusively stiffing people right now. I mean, I know you got other weapons in there. So would you say that brawling mentality is stuck with you? Are you more of a chess match type of guy? Like say Till was going from, just sleeping Cowboy Cerrone and coming out all aggressive to, patiently stalking and trying to pick apart Robert Whittaker. What would you prefer in the cage?
Pick apart.
Pick apart. Chess match, right?
Yeah, chess match. Because, I mean, this game, that's all it is. It's chess, really. Yeah. I mean, granted, you do see guys come out there and get starch or whatever, but it's not easy to, like, set up a knockout. Like, knockouts is set up.
No question. Yes.
You know what I mean? Of course, there's those one, you, like, pink, you hit a guy, the guy goes down, whatever, but they're usually set up.
Yeah, the puncher's chance is not as prevalent, especially with how the sport has been evolving. I mean, it's ridiculous. Absolutely. So, I mean, since you got these bombs from, I don't know, the Science Machine, Einstein made the atom bomb, he also made your left hand. Did you wrestle in high school or anything? Did you take a vacation in Thailand and served your latest elbow platter to march in?
Nah, I started Muay Thai. That's how I came from. So I originally started Muay Thai. I used to do smokers, fight amateur, everything. And then I was like, you know what? I want to transition to MMA. And then I transitioned to MMA.
That's good. Okay, so I always wondered that. That makes a lot more sense because you don't really have like a really traditional stance. I mean, you just got your own swagger in there, so I can never really analyze it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Big Slow Mike, my ass, you still explode like a motherfucker. I don't really think you're that slow. So would you call yourself maybe, I mean, where did your speed line up with the other light heavyweights in here? Because, I mean, you got muscles and, carrying around all that, it gets kind of, you start just carrying around a bunch of weight towards the end of the rounds. Would you say your speed line's up there with the more explosive type, or would you just say you're more of a heavy set, slow starter?
I would say more explosive type, for sure. Yeah.
No question. So, I know you're a big guy. I know you cut like 20 pounds last weight class or last fight. I remember you asked your camp. So are you chugging Pedialytes post weigh-in, a protein bar? Got some elk meat on standby? Shout out Joe Rogan.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Trifecta handles all of that. They usually, as soon as you step off the scale, and you're done weighing in, they like bombard you with all this rehydration stuff. because they,
All
they
right.
don't want, they care about everybody's health and everything. So
Yeah, I didn't know that. I thought it was just because, I mean, people used to just, shove IBs in their arms back in the day. I didn't know they
nah,
were
you
really
can't
on
do that
top of
no
that.
more.
Yeah,
Nah, those days are over.
yeah.
Those days are
That's
over.
crazy. That's awesome,
Yeah,
though. Okay, so they take care of you over there. I wasn't familiar.
yeah.
So now getting into the nitty-gritty, you're facing a durable and respectable veteran in Ed Herman, walking people down, taking damage. So are you
Yep.
busting out your flying knees, your hard straights, elbows, even a blast double? What will your weapon of choice be coming into this?
I just got it's more patience and persistence.
Patience and persistence.
Yeah, because he's so tanky. So like, I can't like try to think of, oh, let me just blast him out of the water. Like, let me just get him out of there. Like it doesn't. It's not gonna work for somebody like him. So I just gotta pick apart. Just snipe. Just keep sniping him. Yeah.
Right. That's a good way to going into it. Yeah, because he's never really been put out like that, at least not recently.
No.
Assuming you ace this test in the veteran professor that is Ed Herman, would you have any names that you've had your eye on, maybe a dream matchup, so to speak, excluding John Jones?
Dream matchup. I would probably
Dream
say
matchup, and then more on the realistic side.
I'll say Shogun would be like the dream matchup.
Shogun.
Just because like he was the he was the inspiration for me to get into MMA. When I seen his fight with Little Nog, that was like everything for me when I was a kid.
Yeah, me too. That was something to watch, something else. So, realistically, though, if you make a statement in Ed Herman, would you be calling out a specific name in mind, or would you just take whatever the UFC wants to feed you?
No, I would just take whatever. I'm just gonna be if everything goes according to plan and I'm injured free or anything, who knows? You might see me back in 2 more weeks.
That's awesome. Glad to hear it. That's what I like to see, because a lot of fighters nowadays, that's not what they do. They some, well, not all of them, but some like just stay back, rest it off, sleep it off, let their chin recuperate.
Yeah,
You're just trying to go right back into it.
If I'm fine, like in the Marcin fight, the only time I only got hit, like he kicked me in my arm. That was about it. He hit me with leg kicks, but those leg kicks were nothing. Didn't do anything,
No question.
But I was fine. So I was like, yeah, let's run it. And I seen that Ed Herman was having issues having opponents. So I'm like, yeah, I'll take that. I'll hop in there. Hey, we'll help each other out. You know what I mean?
Make that money off each other. Someone's getting a check. I mean, you both are.
Yeah.
So that really wraps it up here. I didn't have too many questions on deck for you, but I'm glad
It's
you
all
came
good,
through with the answers. And I can't wait to see you this next coming fight. It's coming up soon, right? I don't have my dates on standby. This Saturday, huh?
Yeah.
Payday. It's sooner than later. Awesome. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Glad to hear it. Well, thank you for your time, and I'm sure we can do this again sometime if you're willing and ready.
There you guys. Yeah, man. Anytime.
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. All right. Yes. See you guys on the flippity flipper.